Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been a little while after we'll call an interesting summer break, but I'm back in the basement, back with the layout. Let's take a look at a few things I've picked up, a few things I've done. This is going to be layout update number 34. So the first thing I'm going to show you are a couple of souvenirs I picked up over the summer. One of them is over there in the lock, and I normally would crawl under the layout and go into that aisleway there, but because of a medical issue I went through during the summer, I'm not getting around all that well right now, so I'm not going to crawl in there right now, but I will try to zoom in. Okay. So that's a little ceramic boat. It's a ferry boat. And that's in there to represent one of the ferry boats for the Sault boat tours that go through the locks in Sault Ste Marie. I'm going to zoom back out. Now it's not highly detailed or anything like that, but as you can see from back here, because it's located somewhat in the middle of the layout and down in the lock, high detail is simply not required, because from this distance it looks just fine. Another small item I picked up was this blue Ford pickup truck. The hood on that opens. And I also picked up this Michigan Upper Peninsula truck, like a little gimmick thing, but it's really, really, really close to HO scale. So it fits there just perfect. Sorry if there's a little bit of extra shaking in the camera work, but as I mentioned earlier, I'm not walking all that smooth right now, so I apologize for the jerkiness. But something else I have added is a little bit more wheat. Before it ended somewhere right about there, so I just added a little bit more. Swing around this way, and I've done a little bit more work here in this field, trying to define it a little better. So that's the unplowed part back there. This is the plowed part, and I've even started putting in the lines where that tiller's been going through. One of the more noticeable things that I've been working on is this scratch-built HO scale model of our house. This is the house that I am in right now. This layout is in the basement of this house. Now for a few years, just the shell of this model was here. In fact, in the video intro, you can see an image of that shell. So I finally was able to get all the siding and brick and all the windows and stuff painted and cut and put on there. We'll swing around to the back. There's the deck on the back, and there's kitty cat in the window. It's not perfect, but I think it turned out all right. Try to look through the trees there. Oh, and here comes a train. So yeah, that was a fun little build. Another look at the front. Pretty cool. Coming down on this corner, in the last update, I had shown you the wood floor where the Allegheny and the DeWitt Clinton are sitting. It's kind of shadowy, kind of dark in this corner right now, so they're not showing up super well. There, that's not too bad. But anyway, as you can see, I went ahead and built up the structure. So this is a cut-out corner of the Henry Ford Museum that's located in Dearborn, Michigan. I'm going to swing back around to the front here real quick. This shot, and again I apologize that it's kind of dark in this corner right now, but that shot right there can be looked up on Google if you want to do a comparison. And it's pretty simple. I will add a little bit more roof details, ventilation, air conditioning, things like that later. And this was scratch built out of one of the Walther's roundhouse kits that I ended up not using, and it worked out perfectly to create this corner of the Henry Ford. Okay, so moving down from where we were, I finally was able to fill in the rest of this cornfield. Took a few years to get this all filled in. As you know, it started under there where the bridge is now, so I had to move out half of it, or not half, part of it, this part. And I've slowly been trying to fill this up. And if any of you know who have used this JTT corn, it's really nice, but it takes a lot of it to make a decent field. Okay, and speaking of the cornfields, we're going to use this field here as an example. So this corn is the smaller corn that they offer. They offer HO scale and O scale. I find the O scale corn looks just fine in HO, and actually the HO looks fine in N scale. So I've actually added, or started to add, a cornfield on my N scale layout, which you'll see at a later date. But as you see, it might be full, and it's done for now, but I am going to come back at a later date and fill it in a little more, kind of thicken it up. But for now it looks alright. We understand what it is, but yeah, I am going to thicken that up. Also, another thing I'll show you while I'm here is I added a tree right there. Again, that was a souvenir. I put some cattails here in the campground to represent that there's some kind of a drainage area there. And one more tree over here. I honestly don't remember if I showed you this on the last update or not, but I did add a small little outbuilding right here next to the paper plant on layout B. So yeah, a little bit of work done over here as well. Well, that's about it for this update. So a couple of really neat projects were added, and some new scenery and accessories. Trying to not blind you with the light behind me. Well, let's go ahead and just finish out this video by watching a CSX train run around the layout. And until next time, thanks for watching.